Everyone, welcome to another tier list video. A non-MK tier list video. I've done around like 3 non-MK tier lists before. I haven't uploaded any of them yet. But that seemed like a good idea, so I'll probably upload this one. So we've got a tier list, a list of fanfic and writing tropes. I'll just show the tiers here. So we've got the best tropes, just obviously my favourite ones. Then you got the ones that I do enjoy, like pretty consistently. Can be good is ones that are like kind of mixed in terms of execution, but there's nothing like inherently wrong with them. Not for me, it's just obviously not for me. I'm a big fan. And then fucking no is for the really bad ones. I don't want to see it all. So, yeah, the way just look here, because there's a lot here, and I do not recognize all this. Like, there's a lot of fucking fanfiction. That's why I have an I don't know tier. I've tried some research. I like looked up some stuff. I'll probably have to during this video. Like, I'll probably cut bits out of me trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. But yeah, I won't be able to figure it out for everything. There's just a lot. And there's a lot of like weird names and whatnot. But next slide. So A/B/O. And when I look it up, there's like a bunch of other letters for it as well. And also it's known as the Omegaverse. So yeah, I'm already fucking baffled. And I don't even know what it is. Like each letter's like some fucking sex thing or whatever. I don't know. I genuinely can't figure out what the fuck it's supposed to be. But yeah, it just seems a bit weird, doesn't it? So it's probably in the no tier, but I really don't understand it. So I have to agree with that. So yeah, we got accidental baby acquisition. So I'm assuming this means like you find like a fucking baby, like hey, there's a baby at my fucking doorstep. Might as well take it, instead of hey, I accidentally got pregnant. If it was the line, I assume it would clarify there's pregnancy. Because I don't like the lie because usually that trope is used for the baby. So that law unnecessarily has a detail that they were an accident. Like fucking hell, why? But yeah, like someone just like that wasn't the intention, but they found like a baby orphan or whatever. They weren't expecting to adopt the kid, but they are now. That's pretty cool. Obviously, I ain't doing this like tier list because I write a fanfic, well, multiple fanfics, but mainly Mortal Kombat Reborn. Ooh, I'm like over 400,000 words strong with that, and I also do like a bunch of bios, but there are like a bunch of paragraphs for each OC I have, and I like make these designs for my OCs, and I do like some other stuff like Hades the game, and like I started a Star Wars fanfic. I've only done like a little bit with those two. I focus definitely on MK. And I've done this before. I should have mentioned this before I started. It doesn't matter. Like if I've done this trope, I'm probably gonna like it. And I've done this where like Lime and Jade, I have them in a couple, and the village was attacked. And the parents of one baby ended up being killed, so they decided to take in the baby. So I'm guessing that comes as an example of accidental baby acquisition, and that's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm gonna put in the best tropes. From my logic there, I could be completely wrong about what that means. So I'm just gonna explain my thought process for this. Accidental pet acquisition is just kind of wholesome. I'd probably put it with accidental baby acquisition because it's something you can do consistently well. It's something you can't do badly. It's just like, oh, doggo, yeah. And this is done a lot. And it's cool because the folks going to complain about a guy cutting you on a pet. Like, that's just cool. The only thing I can see with this being done badly, but this probably counts like a separate thing altogether. That's the fact that like I see a lot of writers do this, and then the pet exists just to get killed off. Which is really fucking dumb. Don't kill off pets for no reason. Actually, just don't kill off pets. Full stop. Because there's never really a reason, is there? It's just, hey, I wanna fucking cry. So yeah, but I'm not gonna let that affect my ranking of this. That's basically a whole other thing, really. If that's counted as a trope, just pets dying, then that's in the fucking note here. Afterlife. So, in terms of the afterlife, I like it being a built-in universe thing. Like Mortal Kombat, you've got the heavens and you've got the Netherrealm. There's obviously the heaven and hell, and I think the lore for them is too vague in canon, but I really like the concepts. The Netherrealm does have a lot of fleshed out. Like it's already been fleshed out quite a lot, but it needs more. Because it's like a big thing. There's like a bunch of established planes. Like it's infinite in space. Like it's crazy. But yeah. So I like something like that where you have the equivalent of an afterlife, and it's got like its own lore, its own concepts. So it's a universe. That's cool. Actually, not every universe needs an established afterlife, but something like Mortal Kombat that works well. I think doing like an afterlife that's like based on like like a religious like portrayal of afterlife. I'm like I don't really care for that honestly. Like like oh there's a god and it's like oh you can go through like that's one boring and two that can not go well. Like I really like it in Mortal Kombat, but that's the only specific example I can think of. I think it's a nice thing to have afterlife, like to see characters, so they have like a nice place to go. So I like it on paper. I'm just not just in like how the afterlife is, the afterlife, not after fucking hell. That's not very interesting how the afterlife is often done, but yeah, I do enjoy it. It might be the best once I'll think about it some more. Like, maybe it's just because like I feel like I can only think of like MK doing this well. I mean, it's not really ever very problematic. It's just kind of an odd thing that's included in universes a lot of the time. And then there's also just the fact that it can be just like a very generic afterlife. I think if you do an afterlife, you need to do an original thing, an original take on the heaven and hell thing. But yeah, if done well, it's very great. Amnesia. So I know it isn't like a disability in its own, like on its own. Like amnesia is more so a symptom. But I feel weird that like a condition is counts as a trope. It's very strange, and I don't really like how that's a thing. Now, I do this happens a lot. This is usually a trope done in like TV shows and usually done for just a filler episode. Like I really don't see the point to this. Like unless you're doing unless you're representing someone with a disability like dementia and who've got amnesia, and if you're willing to like do that with care and there's like an actual point to it, then absolutely do that. But I've never seen that. if you were just doing Amnesia, usually for some like either plot contrivance or filler, I I can't think of a reason to use this besides what I just said. Um, so yeah, it's probably going in the fucking no tier, and I like can be good because I guess it could be right, but I feel it's more about like dementia representation than just amnesia. I don't know, or any other like disability, amnesia is a symptom, or like memory loss in general, right? Like I think that's a whole other thing. And I think that can be done well if you're like a writer who actually cares and has like knowledge on that stuff. Um, but amnesia, just like on its own, it's just an annoying trope. So, yeah. Angst. Yeah, no. Angsty characters are just annoying. Like just anything with angst, it's just annoying. It's just some edgelord garbage. I really don't see the need to elaborate further on that. So animal transformation. Fucking hell, this is weird. Definitely not for me. So the weird thing is, like, this is like a whole like fucking fetish thing, like people like transforming animals. Very weird. So this on paper is iffy to me, but I don't feel that's like the fault of like Rises, because I know this is done in like a lot of like kid shows and stuff, and it's stuff like some quirky like story or whatever, and that's fine. That's harmless. This doesn't feel like a trope, even though it's really weird. I don't see it as one that can be done for harm. Unless there's like some fucking adult show that's just like done some like edgelord backstory where someone's been like experiment on and turned into like a fucking wolf or some shit, some big monster. And that actually sounds like that's the thing that's been done. Can put it here for now, but yeah, it could definitely be in the no tier. So there we are. AU fanfic. So I'm pretty vocal that I don't really like alternate universes, like, but it's more of a not for me thing, not like that like objectively bad thing, because and nothing inherently wrong with them. I just don't really care for that stuff. I care for one concise universe. That's just how I like my storytelling, and it allows for like the most consistent continuity and stuff. And I'd rather that than all this messy AU stuff. But it can be done well if you do care about continuity still, and if the ideas for your alternate universes are actually good and interesting, and not just dogshit edgelord nonsense or whatever. MK Legends. So, I think it's in the can be good tier. Not for me. It does fit my opinion on it, but I do think it could be done really well. I have an example of it, but I just know that it can be done well. And if I have like literally no experience with a good AU story, that's probably why I hate it. So if someone can do a good one, hit me up, please, because fucking hell. And I also there's the fact that was specifically a fanfic, and like in a way, fanfics are all alternate universes. Like unless you're doing like Mortal Kombat Reborn, that's technically an alternate universe because I'm doing my own timeline there. Like anything like that is an AU really. So with that in mind, like that definitely that's totally fine if we count that. Or for insert. So I have a spicy take on this one. I'm guessing this also refers to self-insert. That's what I know it as. My spicy take is that there's nothing like on paper wrong with a self-insert. Like if you like, if obviously motivating like making a character and like establishing things for a character, like if you're not doing it to be like a fucking edgelord hack or like some weirdo who's like, ha ha ha, my character is the best. Oh my god. Like some weird like fucking dream I just try to do. And you make this character like OP or whatever, like too focused on just because they're self-insert. Like I know that's like the type of shit that happens, and I know like a lot of self-insert are just badly written. But I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think if you want to base an original character on you or on someone, then that can make you care about the character a lot more. And that helps you with actually writing the character in a way. I don't see anything wrong with it as long as you're treating them like any other character, even if you've taken inspiration from an actual person like yourself. That's how I see it. And I see this because I've done this with Tropes, one of my MKOCs. So, yeah, I don't get complaints about that. You can't tell that it's an OC. I didn't like a fucking have your like is your character like a self-insert thing. I mean like I think I said can't tell that she's an OC. I meant self-insert, obviously an OC. It's pretty obvious so when there's an OC. Yeah, but I did like a fucking test to see like the character is a self-insert, because someone was trying to like fucking say, oh, self-insert's bad. They should be banned. And yeah, I got like a 91% like it's not self-insert or something like that. You know, so the ways of identifying a self-insert are like really specific, and I know it's done a lot. But I don't think it can be like I guess right to judge it that way. Where have I put it? Oh, why did I put it there? I don't know. It at least can be good here, you know. By the way, I do enjoy. Well, no, I guess it doesn't really because if someone's thinking, oh, I've got a self-insert, I'm like, okay. It doesn't really bother me, and that's like it's noticeable in the character. But yeah, I think it can be good just from like the writer's perspective in like creating a character, you know. So yeah, next we got a baby fic. And initially I was worried that like this is like the fucking transformation to a baby thing. I said that'd be pretty low, and I'm pretty sure it's still on this thing, this list. But basically, what it actually is just a fic about like some wholesome parent or parents looking after their baby. And my friend Emmy did one with like Melina and Tanya, just being wholesome mummies. And that was lovely. So yeah, I have no problem with this. I have no problem with wholesome baby content. Yeah, best Tropes, fuck it, why not? Why not? I'll put it up there. It's just wholesome goodness. You can't go wrong with it, you know. Next we got basically right, and this is one I spent ages trying to look up because I don't get what it means, and it's not like this feels like an oddly specific thing. It isn't like the proper name of a trope, I don't think, because I looked at basic marriage trope. I don't get anything. It's just actual discussions about marriage, and it's like what. So I'm guessing it's like, but actually no, because that's just like, just friends, ain't it? Where like it's two friends who are like are in a couple, but then it would like not specify married. Like I just don't know what it's on about, honestly. So it's going in the I don't know tier. Next we got bathing together. We're discussing this in regards to not smut content. You know, like not like a genuine fix, not ones that I made solely for porn content, right? And I can't think of a reason why you need to do a scene of two people bathing together. I just can't. Um, BDSM, yeah, also going here. Um, and even if we were to talk about these things in regards to if you're just talking about smart things, I'm not telling you what I'm into. So yeah, you're not getting shit out of me there. Blanket fic. I hold on. I need to look this. Okay, this is another oddly specific trope which I've never actually seen used before, not for like a whole story. Two or more characters are trapped in a situation where they must share a single blanket for the night. That doesn't sound interesting, really. I mean, I guess that like that setup is just for like two characters like interact, and like maybe there's like some like fucking romantic tension there, you know. I've slept in the same blanket with people, and if we had there was no romance involved, I assure you. So yeah, I mean I not for me, but I don't think it's bottom tier because I feel like you could just do that and have like interaction. And like that feels like a setup for like starting a ship between two characters, right? And if that was done, that's totally fine. I do think there's a bunch of reasons how that trope can be done badly, though. Body swap. Now, straight away, not for me. It like a lot of times I've seen it used, it belongs in the fucking no tier. But I think there's some cool stuff you can do with it. Like I won't like write it off on paper. It's potentially like it can be good. Like to your above, obviously, but not for me. But fits it better. I can't think of the time I probably liked it, even if there's like some cool stuff I think to it. It's just weird. You know, I don't know how to really elaborate on that. It's just really weird, and there's so many ways writers can just make it weirder than what I've already got on like, conceptually. Um, like I like in terms of like doing like body swap esque shit. I like shape shifting characters more. Um, that's just like a power. That's not this weird like body swapping shit. And there's also the fact that like you do a body swap between a man and a woman. Wait, hold on. Is this no gender swap? That's a whole thing. I mean, my argument will apply to this, but I'll save it for that one. Um, so yeah, bully romance. I'm gonna need to do another Google. Is when a bully and someone else who isn't a bully, usually a kind protagonist, enter into a romantic relationship despite this bully, while bullying and said kind protagonist and a formula. That seems fine. Bully romance is a very odd name. But yeah, that feels like it becomes more wholesome, and I see like the bully is getting like would get like a character arc from that. Yeah, I find that can be good. I got a case fic. God, I'm gonna look up a lot of these. I found typically based on a mystery or it focuses on the solving of a case. Yeah, okay. It is that simple, right? Yeah, I'm fine with that. Not really I'm on interesting cases. You know, I'm not interested in like this type of stuff. But it can be kind of cool. It's not something I really look for, but I will put in. I do enjoy. It's actually done very well. Character depth. Character depths are like kind of like in some stories they're kind of like a necessity. You know, like here we go, like fucking kill this villain. The game to stop. For example, Mortal Kombat. More about that. By the way, you don't need to like just murder like half the fucking cast just because an MK like thing. Like just so you guys know that, right? This doesn't feel like a I feel this is too like you can't really count this as a trope really because it's just like kind of like a core thing you need to do. It's like it's just a way of writing off a character. So character deaths can be done really well or really badly. You know, like sometimes it just represents the character being wasted, and that's why I'm not going to put it in the top tier, especially in Mortal Kombat where it can be used so badly. But yeah, there's nothing inherently wrong with character depth. It's a valid way of writing someone out, and it can really add a lot of like impact and like emotion and like a bunch of stuff from a scene and like anything following it for the characters. If you care about said character, like that's just a lot. I don't think I really need to cover like what a character death can do. Like I feel everyone knows, right? Um, Character study. I might just look it up because I'm not sure what it means for like a fic. Um, and it is giving me the typical thing for a character study where like an analysis or portrayal in literature of the traits of a character of an individual. I don't get what this means for like a fanfic. That feels like a that's like a report or something, right? Like, but that's not like something for a story. That's covering a story where you cover a character in that. Um, so I'm gonna put in that note here. I don't think that's one that you can really rank. Childhood friends, nothing wrong with that. That's cool. Go way to establish the characters. Go way to give them like immediate like connections and stuff. That's one of the best tropes. There's nothing ever wrong with doing this. Nothing at all. I have no complaints. I don't have to explain this. It's just Renaissance childhood. That's totally cool. No problems at all there. Child transformation, yeah, here's what I was thinking of. So this is gonna get a fucking note here because it's too weird and leads to too much weirdness to be worth doing ever. I've seen so much messed up shit that come from child transformation. I don't really need to say what. I think you could guess like where this trope usually goes. It can be harmless, like the animal transformation thing, like in a kids show they just do like a flower whatever. That's totally fine. Think of a body swap. But no, this one's just too far on the weirdness scale for me. I think it's very gross and uncomfortable. So I just get chucked into a child's body. Like that just has so much iffiness that can come from it. Crack fig. I need to Google this. Crack fig is absurd, surprising, ridiculous. Okay, so like a crack ship. That's what crack does in this like song. Like for like some like funny like goober shit. Like sure I guess like but yeah, it's gotta be something you're not taking seriously then, right? And also because the fic, like, it's probably gonna have shit humor. 9 out of 10. I'm not really interested in reading one of these, but there's nothing like inherently there's nothing actually wrong with that. If you want to be an absolute goofy goober, then go ahead, I guess. A dark fic. I'm guessing this means somewhere. Like just some like fucking dark lore or whatever, like just a dark premise. Some edgelord shit again. I don't know the specifics, but I know it's just gonna be edgy shit. So you'll go next to Anx and you should be at the bottom. Really. We should probably be organising the tiers as we go. Is it like if it's just edgy dark shit, then I'm not interested. Nor should anyone be interested unless you're like fucking 12 and Denial fic. What the fuck does this? It would be so great if like these tropes had like actually competent names, you know? Denial fic is a genre of fan fiction. Also, this one doesn't have a space in it. Like it's actually written as like one word. That's weird. Which a major event in canon is ignored or contradicted. Oh fuck no. Like because it says major, then no. I cannot color you too much. How do you think? Like even if said major event is like terrible, like you can't ignore a major event. Small thing, sure. Um, no, you just don't. This is literally like this is a fucking weird way of just saying, hey, we do a retcon. Just saying retcons. Just put retcons here. I hate retcons. They can be good. Usually when they move into their own universe and it's something that clashes with existing law, but also it's fine because it's a different universe. But on paper, that's not enough. Like the change needs to actually be competent and like good and well written, well handled. It needs to at least be on par with the original thing, not just being inferior. That's fucking terrible. This is really thick. So, like, if you don't know what you're doing, you don't know like how to handle these topics, then just don't do a disability thing in your fic, like anything related to her. But if you do, and you want to represent that stuff, then that's a great thing to do, I think, because like that's actually very meaningful to people who are like disabled, or just in general, like they know someone with disability, whatever. Like they can just like relate and just like really appreciate that if you're like willing to do like a positive representation of disabilities. Like there's actually nothing wrong with that. So I think it's gotta be the very best here, really. Again, assuming it's handled well. Like assuming it's not being written by someone who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing and they're just making characters disabled for the sake of making fun of them or whatever. Any of that stuff, like fuck no, like fuck off, hurl yourself off a bridge. Um, but if you do want to like positively handle this stuff, then yes, go ahead. Dubious consent. I'm pretty sure I know what this means. I just want to see a proper definition before discussing this because, oh god, this sounds iffy. I forgot to pause video to look it up. Sorry about that. Was coined by the fanfiction community to make visible the grey areas between rape and consent. Oh, yeah, no, that just becomes weird. But dubious consent, you just mean rape, okay? Like there is no fucking grey area. If there's implication of rape, it's fucking rape. You can't go, oh, but there's a grey area. We don't know if it's consent or rape. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I thought this was it. And for that, yeah, it's the worst one here. Emotional smut. I mean, I've said smut. I don't think it being emotional really matters. Actually, emotional smut would be fucking mad. Because you're just in for a wank. You don't want these characters like fucking sobbing and shit. Actually, a thing for that. I don't know. But yeah, I don't want emotion in my smut. Enemies to lovers. This can be good. I'm not crazy about it. I think it can be done well. Problem is, most times we see it, Raylo, is usually just like rushed, very sudden. There's no actual build to the romance. Like the first thing you do, like they could like first meet as like enemies, or they become enemies at some point and make up, whatever. That can totally work as long as it's like a slow burn storyline. You take your time with it. And then because you need them to be like friends or allies for a point first. You can't have a character that suddenly go from being like a villain and then they turn, or vice versa, to being on the same side the other person, and then they immediately fall in love. Like no, you need time for them to like start liking each other. Then that's just like regular shipping, right? So it can be good. Usually it's not though. I will put it at the top here though. I don't even know how to pronounce this. Hold on. Pistol. Fucking hell, I can't pronounce that. I know it's pronounced, I just can't. I cannot. My voice won't let me. So do writing letters. I don't really care for letters. I think if you can like in like a story and then you have a character like reading a letter written by someone, that's fine. Obviously, nothing wrong with that. I've done it like before. And like I was saying, like a fic just about like writing. It's because I'm not interested now. I mean, because it doesn't say fic, I'm guessing it just means like a thing in a story, like some like characters can write letters to each other. There's nothing wrong with that. I do enjoy that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Swap these around, yeah. An established ship. By establishing by establishing established, I guessing this means like an already canonical ship. So did this if like assumes the case that it immediately goes to like the can be good thing because it all depends on what you're willing to put into the ship, like how you're gonna handle it. Also the fact if like the established ship is actually a good ship, you know, like if you do like JDX Kotal and fuck no, but if it's like Sonny X Johnny and you can manage to like make them like you can write that well, then yeah, totally. That's fine. Fake dating slash married. No, no, like whenever this trope is done, like the reasoning is usually like some really contrived, like fucked up garbage. Um, yeah, it's gonna go here. I see no point of ever doing this trope. It's just very weird. It's like there's just so much weirdness that comes from it. It's like I just can't think of a good way to do it. You know, like I've seen this done before, and I just don't care for it at all. Fan kids slash future fix. So I'm guessing fan kids means like future, like your kid in the future. I'm guessing if it's about a future fic. Very odd name, but yeah. So a future fic, like you like travel to the future and you see what's going on. Again, I feel like that's kind of like bordering on like AUs. I think this can be good. I don't really have. I'm rather indifferent to this, but it can be good, you know. Like, and it can be like cool to see like a character's future, you know. Obviously, like the like law reasoning for like that future stuff going on. Like, there's a line you do to properly explain it, and sometimes you're like how you depict the future kind of weird, or it can just be like edgelord garbage, you know. Like so, so that's my thoughts. Like doing like going to like the future in universe. Like if we're talking about like a universe already set in the future, then that's also just like fine. Like sometimes the premise for like the future is like some like dystopian shit. Something like apocalypse, and that's bad. Like if you're just going to pick the future shit, then I don't care for your edgelord garbage. Because there's nothing that comes from it. There's nothing worthwhile out of that product, you know. So yeah, I don't know if it's been can be good. First kiss, I see nothing wrong with this. Like sometimes you can make a overly big deal out of this. Like but there's also nothing wrong with it, you know, and it's usually just like a lovely wholesome moment with a couple, you know, and so yeah, I do enjoy. I feel like the distinguish of just having like characters like kiss and like the first kiss, like if it's like the first kiss for a couple, then yeah, actually that's in the best tropes. If it's just like their first kiss and you're like, oh my god, I kissed for the first time, then I that's like a distinguished detail. Doesn't particularly matter. You know what we'll put in best tropes. because like just like characters like fucking smooching. You know, it was a good ship, and you go up to it, and now they're just fucking necking on. Like fuck yeah, let's go. um, Probably move this stuff around. Um, First time. I'm guessing first time for segs. Yeah, I don't even know about characters' first times. Sex scenes are just always uncomfortable and gross. I'm not saying sex equals gross, but like, I don't want to watch like your fucking softcore porn or read about it for that matter. The Force Snake, that fucking idiot decided to do like Liu Kang's first time, like fucking katana. Like, why is that like a whole chapter? I don't fucking care. I don't care about like the sex life of these characters. So yeah, go in the fucking no tier, thanks. 5 times fic. Hold on, let me get the Google. There's a fan fiction or a fan restriction of 6 small scenes. It shouldn't be 5. One event happening in the first 5 scenes and then either not happening or happening differently in the last. What? Yeah, I don't fucking know what that is. That's too weird. Again, that's like a very non-answer. I don't fucking know what it's on about. Fix it, Vic. Fix what though? You know, that's what's important. Yeah. Fix it, Vic. Or fix it. It's a fanfic not changed something about Khan. And the fan writing the hick wasn't how you with. Oh, okay, good, that's fine. That can be good, you know. Like you're following up on a fic and you just change it, or you're doing a rewrite. Like that's totally cool. And that can be good. Obviously, sometimes like it depends on the writer because sometimes like the thing they can change you'll like. You know. So sometimes it's not something I agree with, but on paper it can be good. But about age, you know. Fluff fix, yes. I need fluff content. It's just wholesomeness, more wholesomeness. You know, I need my wholesome stuff. I'll put piggy fit next to it for the wholesomes. This is also for the wholesomes. You know, there we are. Friends to lovers. This is also going up high. You know, just more wholesome stuff. I like absolutely. Like giving disability fic at the top because I feel like that's like genuinely that can like genuinely have a very positive impact, like personally to someone, and I feel it needs to be recognised and like put at the top for that. My friends and lovers, that's how I write most of my ships, you know, because like when you first get comfortable with someone, you become friends. Every ship technically goes from friends to lovers, regardless how close they were as friends or not. Like yeah, that's usually how it goes. Unless it's not like dating, like you do like a fucking date app thing or whatever. Then yeah, you're starting to like your reasons for meeting is to try dating. But besides that, then yeah, any ship will start with friends becoming lovers. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with this. It's a great trope and it's a good way to like build up to a ship happening. Friends with benefits, nope. Nope. Absolutely not. Gender swap. Gender swap is a trope that feels transphobic to me. It's very uncomfortable, you know. You just have someone swap genders, and then they usually make some like weird ass comments about shit. It's very much fetishized, like whenever it's done, like it's a fetish in general. And like like that's been the case for like a few other things, like animal transformation and whatnot. That's fucking weird, but you know, like when doing the trope, like that's not inherently the thought you think of. With gender swap, that absolutely is the first thing you think of, like the fucking all of it. It's just weird, you know, like body swap can also have these problems, but gender swap specifically is just so odd, you know. I just don't care for it. I don't care if I don't like sharing an experience somewhere. Again, it feels like a slap in the face, like actual like trans characters and whatnot, or like just like actual trans people, like particularly people who haven't gotten the transition and are just doing this weird gender swap shit. So let's go in the fucking note here. Probably the bottom besides Juby's content. Juby's content is staying at the bottom because it's fucking rape. Genific. What the fuck does that mean? I'm guessing it's something to do with like boomers or zoomers or whatever the fuck. If so, then it's probably going low because who the fuck cares? Genfic fanfiction. Oh, it's fanfiction that does not focus specifically on romance or sex. So most fanfics, you know, like isn't that like every genre besides like obviously the romance, sex, like that specific like genre stuff. Like that doesn't count as a trope. I'm not ranking that. That doesn't fucking count. That's ridiculous. My like most of your fanfics are gonna count as a genfic then. That is ridiculous. There's no reason to call that a trope. You can't do that for like to specifically exclude one thing, because then everything else besides that one thing counts as this thing, and that's just unnecessary. So Hannah Hacky, what the fuck is this? Let's have a Google. You know, I had to do this a lot, and I did do a lot of research for last night, but I fucking forgot. Yeah, I'm guessing. Yeah, it is Japanese. Never heard this before, but yes. Fictional disease where someone begins coughing up flower petals because quite feels. What? No, that's just weird. Just making up a disease, and like you want to have an in-law explanation for why someone's coughing up fucking flower petals. You can't explain that. It just doesn't make sense. Unless you're like a literal like flower like creature, then you can do that. Like sure, that's funny. But yeah, fuck off. No way. Happy ending. Yeah, this is going up. I do not like bad endings. I feel that unnecessary. I think in terms of like. Actually, I'll get to it when we get to bad endings. But happy endings, just end things on a positive note. Why the fuck do you need a depressing end? That's just some edgelord garbage. And yeah, happy endings are the best. Hate sex. Oh god. So this is intercourse between two people who hate each other. Yeah. Yeah, like fucking aggressive, man. Yeah, no. I kind of hot, not gonna lie, but fucking no. How have we got left? Oh my god. So much humour. If it's well written, there's nothing wrong with a good laugh. Put it up there. Can be good, but also can be really bad. Like it depends on a lot of taste of comedy. Like it can go very badly. Especially with your characters that are just joke characters, they just crack jokes. They get old quick, and they're usually not funny. Johnny Cage. Such comfort. Or else there's a character that's hurt, and there's one that's like trying to comfort them. That's nice. Like characters helping each other. Strengthens the bond. It's just like good merits in effect. I do enjoy. It's probably in the best tropes. I don't know, because I think this can be like done badly. Like if the person running comfort, they're just doing a shit job at helping. But I've never seen that happen. Actually, yeah. We'll just put it in before fluff. Why not wholesomeness? And I don't even know how to Google this in the. Like you've got to fill that in. You can't just. There's an explosion emoji. Yeah, I couldn't tell you what it is. In Reno, it has. I know that means under the influence of alcohol. I don't know why you wouldn't just say under the influence for a trope, but whatever. I really do not like most of these names. A lot of them are misleading as well. And so when under the influence, they tell the truth or something. You know, it's not for me, but there's nothing inherently wrong with it. I guess, you know, it depends on what the truth is, and obviously, if it's an alcoholic character, no, you know, drunk characters where they're drunk and it's not like they don't have like a fucking problem, like that's usually like just fun. But there's a whole other thing because they've got fucking problems. Love at first sight. I know like we also it's cheesy and it's not real. I think it's real, you know, and I think it's time for a story as well. It's just wholesome stuff. I'm gonna put in I do enjoy because I do get the point that like hey like they need to like get to know each other first. You know, like if the characters meet and they're really like, oh my god, I wanna fuck you so bad, then yeah, no. So I probably like this less than just like a regular ship, but I think the message of it's nice. You know, I'll probably put it up here. And you got a love triangle. This is probably going to be another spicy take. I think they can be good, and I'm probably going to be doing one in Reborn. I'm planning on doing one in my fix, so I kind of got to defend this one if I'm going to do it. You know, because I think you can, like most times it's done, it's just to be annoying. And for some bad filler. But the thing is, you can actually do it to like strengthen the bond of like all three characters involved, and, like give all of them like added depth. You know, it's a really good opportunity to expand on the three characters involved. Problem is, the love triangle trope gets messy real quick, and most times writers aren't even doing it for that. They're doing it for like filler content or whatever other reason. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna put it here. May such deck romance. May a December romance. Me personally, I don't care about the month. If you're being wholesome, you're being wholesome. But I also see nothing wrong with that. It's just an oddly specific thing, but also there's nothing wrong with it. So I'm just gonna put it in I do enjoy. You know. Why not? Mind meld telepathy. What does mind meld mean? Hold on. Of all mind meld listeners, the mind link, mind problem, mind fusion, mind touch, or simply meld. That's a lot. What's a telepathic link? Between two individuals allows for an intimate exchange of thoughts, but in essence enabling the participants to become one mind, sharing consciousness. So, Ermac, basically, yeah. Nothing wrong with that. I assume this can go very wrong because, like, a very weird thing. But I do enjoy it. I'll probably put it up there. And I give a character just that, and like two characters, like two separate characters do that. That just strengthens their bond. Obviously, you need like a proper like lore explanation and whatnot, but that's easy to do, right? And for something like that, no problem with that. Miscommunication. Oh god, so this happens so much, particularly with heroes, and it's always just for filler. For characters to have some petty conflict. They come across as petty because they are being petty, and that makes them unlikable. You don't want your characters to be unlikable, and their conflict is usually like resolved, and it just goes back to status quo. They don't gain any depth from their miscommunications, you know, and they handle it like fucking babies all the time. Like whenever you do this and you make a big deal of a miscommunication, like it usually makes like some of the characters look like shit. Like someone's coming out looking bad whenever you do this. Every single fucking time. And you could argue, hey, miscommunications make the characters seem more human. But like no, because like technically, yes, it would. But the thing is, they argue and act like fucking children over miscommunication. Like I find characters miscommunicating and I need some mistake and I'm like, hey, we can like fix this or whatever. That works. Kind of miscommunication and then having a fucking argument over it and then like hating each other randomly for like a bit and then making up through whatever means and thus just returning to status quo after making the characters look like idiots. Not for me. Not for me, thank you. Like, no, it doesn't work so much. I find character arguments, ones that are relevant and, ones that make sense. Miscommunications that lead to an argument, no. And miscommunications that don't, they're not relevant enough for me to really consider here. So I'm going down here. I can't fucking stand miscommunications. Cannot. They're just annoying. They are just annoying. They don't do anything. Missing scenes. What does this mean as a trope? Hold on. I'm very puzzled as to something. Obviously that means like delete, like missing, like content or whatever. Does it mean like someone writing in, like some, like filling in some gaps in like a movie or whatever? I've had to Google so much here. My search history's like fucking scuffed me looking up all these tropes. The management of visual sources is the phrase missing scenes for stories set during a particular episode of the source text, but not being ad material. Okay, yeah, thought so. Yeah, so it's just like filling in the gaps. No wrong with that, as long as you can like tie it in properly. I love like continuity tie-ins. I was just writing one yesterday. Something that ties like some lore I established a while ago. Yeah, I definitely enjoy that. For sure. You just gotta like properly tie it in. Because sometimes like you can do this and like you can reveal something that just doesn't really work and it's just kinda dumb. Like tie-ins aren't always good. Because sometimes they can just feel contrived. Other times it's like a neat little added detail. It's like, oh wow, that happened like back then. That's crazy. MST/sporking? What the fuck? Well, guess what I need to do now? I need to Google. Oh, I hope this is enjoyable for you guys. Spork is used as a term to mock and criticize so bad it's good and so bad it's horrible works. Since sporks have the right shape. So in shape the dig out eye of ad fanfic, for example, can be described as explain me. What? That sounds dumb, and it sounds like another like thing that doesn't make sense to me. So I'm just putting in the I don't know. Like if it's so bad it's good, then fucking no. Because if it's bad, then it's bad. So bad it's horrible. Yes, that's accurate. But like what does it mean there? So bad it's good. It's good and so bad. It's so bad it's good and so bad it's horrible works. So it's mocking both. I mean, I don't like I just don't know what somehow. I don't know how that's like a trope where you make fun of that. That's just like a critique, right? Oh, fucking hell. I'm not going to think about it anymore. Mutual planning. Let's have a look at this. I mean, I got the heart eyes and it's mutual, so this should be alright. Mutual planning is when two people who like or love each other but think the other one is interested. This can be annoying, but I think it can be good, and it can lead to some wholesomeness where it's like, no, I care about you. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm fine with that. I think that can be good, but it can also be frustrating, kind of like miscommunications, But yeah, it can be wholesome. Out of character. No. Now, there's exceptions to this where, like, a character conceptually is so bad that you're just going to completely rework them, or their characterization is so bad you're going to completely rework that. But usually that's like, but usually out of character is just it's dumbass retcons. It's inferior to the original thing. It's not like it's disingenuous, and it's usually bad. And I'm not going to count like I'm not even going to take into account the potential exceptions. Can make this good, for the character. And even then, when writers try to do this, it like usually don't have to change anything, and usually your changes are still going to be worse, regardless of what came first. So yeah, fuck that. Original characters. I make a lot of these, and I love them. I think they're like very cool. You can do. They're really useful for world building, especially in MK. Expanding on the lore and whatnot, giving just more characters in general, more cool characters and whatnot. It's a great thing, and I really have fun making OCs. In terms of other OCs, I don't like most people's OCs. I'm not gonna but I'm not gonna let that change the fact that I think this is like a really great thing to be able to be creative and make your own characters. I'm just gonna run out. So I'm gonna put this in the best tropes, I think. Probably at the bottom though, just because usually it's done badly. But I like, if you know what you're doing with OCs, I personally like to think I know what I'm fucking doing with my OCs. I've been told like a lot of times that like they actually fit in MK, they're really good, and like I just get much comments, and I really like that. It's just really nice, and I like my OCs. And there's other people's OCs I like, and most I don't like, but it can be done well. When they're done well, there's one of the best tropes because if you make an original character so good, then they can just like melt in and just blend in with like the rest of the characters, the existing characters. Sometimes be more interesting than like the existing characters. Head of Spares, I remember looking this one up. I think this means you just pair like what characters are left our ship. That's lazy, I think. That's a lazy way of shipping. I think it's fine if you like then think of like a proper reason to ship them, but I don't like the thought process of hey, we're shipping you because you're the only characters, right? I don't like that. I'm gonna be wrong. I can't ask to Google this one now, and I'm pretty sure I'm right about this. I think it can be good. The thing I feel like the thought process of writing ships like this is so bad that I'm not willing to put it up that high. But I don't think it's like no worthy because like if you think of this and then you're like, hey, these two characters actually do work together, and then you just treat as an old ship, that is completely fine. Actually, yeah, no, I will put it in the can be good tier, sure. I don't know why this has like a little gap here. It's like not for me being like I'm doing like another row of text, so very odd. Patchwork fic. I'm guessing it's like that's like, well, we've had a fic actually. You know, we've already had that, so I'm not sure exactly what this can be. Google's gonna help me out though. Yeah, there's so many tropes, and this is probably just like a small amount of them. I'm sure that this doesn't have all the characters, you know, like all the character tropes, or just tropes in general. I mean, Patchwork book is a form of fan fiction where characters and storylines from many different interpretations of the same universe, or the same story franchise, are melded together in one universe. Oh, yeah, so you take things from like other things. For example, Mortal Kombat, you take some from like the games, you take some from the movies, take some from like the comics or whatever, you take just a bunch of stuff. I do that on Reborn, right? I think that's perfectly fine. And obviously you're representing like a lot of stuff, you know. It shows that you care about the franchise in general if you're like covering so much stuff there. So yeah, I do very much enjoy. Very much. Next we got a period fic. Please tell me this isn't about women on their period. Please. There's no answer coming up. And period fic. Oh, here we go. Period fic usually takes characters of any fandom and places them in a different time period. Okay, yeah, okay. I was thinking on the very wrong lines there. I was saying of the story. Yeah. So yeah, time travel stuff. Again, not really for me, but it can be good. You know, I think what I've said about you know, like future fic. So it applies there. So, yeah. Period sex. Now, what does period mean in this context? Eh? Mental sex favorite section trope. Used to bring two or more guys together in a central car while one of the characters is menstruating. Oh god, no, 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 no. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Yep. Yep, now that's the period I was thinking of. You know, personified POV. Yeah. And there's a horse, is this like from the perspective of an animal? This is not gonna be good. I will just check. Point of view. I just think point of view. Notification. Attribution of personal nature or human characteristics to something non-human. Representation of an abstract quality in human form. I'm guessing that's the definition we're going for. I can't find like an actual term for it, but like the definition of personification, that's one of them. As I've just seen a horse here, I'm guessing that is from like say the animal. And I kind of enjoy that. I'm not crazy about it, but yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Put it up there. Pregnancy fic. I don't really wrong with that. I think if your story's centered around the character pregnant, that's not for me. I don't really care. But you know, like a character being pregnant, that's not against the law. You know, like I don't really see what's wrong with this, but also I don't really see how I'm supposed to categorize this. Just was it not for me, just because I like the idea of just like a fake standard out of pregnant like pregnancy. I like why? I don't know. We'll just put it there. I don't really know it around. I could have done I don't know too, but prequel / backstory. That feels unfair to really like count backstory and prequel in the same regard because they're completely different things. Let's just say we're going with backstory here because prequel isn't. Well, neither of these are tropes, are they? Like this is a thing you need in general. Like whatever. Let's cast a backstory. You know, more information, and if it like is always a good thing. Well, actually, no. As long as it fits the character and it fits with the universe, it is a good thing. So I do enjoy. I'm thinking of making OCs. That's the best part. I can remember the backstory. Purple prose. Well, I only got 2 lines left. Oh my god, this is taking a while. Fucking hell. So. God, Google. I keep getting to pause now for some reason. Well, prose meaning fucking hell. So how are you guys doing? Prose has too elaborate to on it. Yeah, I'm not gonna fucking bother figuring out what the fuck this is on about. PWP, hold on. Part of our plot, okay. Again, so I think if you're gonna do like a fanfic, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm thinking this in like when discussing like tropes in this, I'm not talking about fetishes and like kinks or like porn or whatever, smart whatever the fuck. I'm just thinking like general stories. Poor about part though, that is something like just a smart thing, you know. I'm not giving it a ranking because I don't think there's actually anything. I guess same for like a lot of these other porn stuff. So actually, no, I'll just put it around here. But the thing is, that, like, if you are gonna do that, then that is like, I think that's the go-to because I don't want like, there's no point mixing plot with porn, in my opinion. Like you can have like a baseline law, baseline bit of plot. But yeah, I'm talking too much about this fucking shit. I don't look at any of this stuff. I swear. Oh God, look at that. Yeah. Yeah. No. So, anyway, recursive fanfic. Let me Google that. So it's a when a fanfic directly draws from the story, as in under itself a fanfic. Oh, so that's why two of CDR's a really nice fanfic, Requiem. That's another good Mortal Kombat fanfic. It's the best Mortal Kombat fanfic. You guys should read it. Assuming you're here as a Mortal Kombat fan, if you're just a fan of writing, then read it anyway. I mean, it's not really beginner friendly for MK, but fuck it. Yeah. I don't see this as a trope, though. Is the thing that's just how your like way of writing is. That's just taking inspiration. But yes, I think if what you're taking from is another fanfic, and obviously you have the consent and whatnot, then yeah, that's cool. And that's the best trope. Like OCs, you just think that just betters your story, right? Secret relationship. This is usually just annoying. It's not for me, but I don't think it's inherently bad. But usually explanation why, like, a secret relationship is going on, easy for really dumb reasons. I think it can be fine though, I think it can work. But even if it can work, it's not for me, so. I don't really have anything to really discuss here, but a lot of time it's usually because like strict parents and shit, and usually that's like that's a very generic like thing like for like your plot, and it's just very interesting. No, I think I'm like a nuanced reason for like a secret relationship, but it's usually really weird and just unenjoyable. Sex compulsion, oh god. I mean, yeah, I never seen this done. I assume when it is done, it is literally just for like like smut fix. Um, and I don't really think you should be doing like this is an addiction. That's not good. Um, yeah, that's just weird. Quite weird. Yeah, that's going to fucking no to it. The thing is, like, what I'm thinking of right now is like you could like try and like handle like this. Oh, I will not be interested in reading about it, but like any addiction, like you can like write like a story or like a character like overcoming it, but it's just very strange, ain't it? um. Shared dreams, not for me really, but again, I don't think there's really anything wrong with it. You can do some like cool stuff. You need like I think you need like an actual author though. It's usually like what I like is usually the line's finally gone. Thank fuck. That was really annoying me, triggering my OCD. Like it's usually done for like some pretty silly shit. But no, it's not like bad or anything. I just don't really care for it. I don't really have much to say about my dreams. Sharing a bed. Again, this is the same thing as the covers. Really, I don't think like the distinguishing not matters. So there we are. I mean, sharing clothes. What like I don't see any inherent issue with this. Like, what's wrong with that? I don't guess how this trope though is this like is the idea like haha you're wearing like the traditional opposite gender clothes, not like clothes of genders, but like masculine, feminine stuff. More traditionally seen as that way. Is that what it is? I'm not comfortable ranking that. Because I'm not sure what it means. I feel like there's like, iffiness to this. I don't know why. I don't know why. Sick fic aren't like a character being sick, and then like, nothing wrong with that. And then you can have like some wholesome stuff with like their friend or like their significant other or whatever, or their parents or whatever looking after them. There's nothing wrong with that. That can be good. I enjoy it. We'll just put it like up here. And you'll put it all the way up here. Slow burn. Absolutely the best trope. The best stories are slow burn stories. Like stories that take time. you know, lots of effort put into it, you know, lots of like character depth and whatnot, like lots of like events happening in the story. You know, I love slow burn stuff. I feel like slow burn doesn't work on like its own now. You know, I think a slow burn fic would just be boring. I think you need like the quicker storylines, and then like your big overarching thing. You should have one of those slow burn stories constantly going on simultaneously, you know. And that is so good because when you get the payoff for it, it is so good because you waited all this time. Long term storytelling is fucking goated. I absolutely love it. I love it so much. We're gonna put away to the top. Because you can't do it badly. The only way you do it badly, and if you do this and it doesn't really cast slow burn, it's just dropping the plot and then picking it up like later. You forgot about it. Like slow burn is like consistently the story progressing consistently, but it's slow. You know, it's not you have like one minute and you have to wait ages for the next one. You can wait a while before the next thing, but like, you know, yeah, I think it's top three. Yeah. A time loop. It's like a Groundhog Day sort of thing, which is I like. That's like kind of cool. But that's like a very specific thing, you know. Like I'm not really interested in anything besides that doing the time loop thing. It can be good, you know. It's ain't nothing really wrong with it. I'll just put it there. I don't really care. Reader insert. I'm guessing this is the same as self insert, but for you. I was just discussing how like it works if you do for like another person. I'm guessing that's what this means. If so, then I'm just putting it right next to the author. The author insert. Where did I put it? Did I put in can be good? I'm guessing I did. Yeah. There we are. Trapped together. This is a very mixed one. Mixed because I think, like, on one hand, it's a good way to like what it's used for is like you have the characters with chat and they just like talk about stuff and they have like some serious talk and then I see their bond together grows and you get some like good dialogue and stuff. You know, it's good to explore the characters even if like the actual like events happening is just boring. You're entertained by like, the dialogue. And that's where it becomes mixed because now do you like the characters? Are they being written well? Is the dialogue being written well? You know? Most likely it works well. But again, it's anyone that can easily be done poorly. Family Guy. I don't know why Family Guy fucking did this. They just have like a fucking serious talk between Brian and Stewie. Like, fuck off. You're not a serious show, you twats. So that's an example of a bad one. And then, like, I guess literally anything else is good. Because again, that was boring. Because you need the characters to keep you engaged, and I think in terms like because we're talking about like writing stories and fics and whatnot, you don't need the visuals anyway. You know, like my fic Reborn is mostly just dialogue anyway. The channel I'm working on is actually just dialogue. It's actually just like a celebration of all the heroes. So all I really do is just have the characters interaction a bunch. You know, so more interactions between characters and like surrounding our bonds. That's always a good thing. It's a matter of if the writing is actually good. But I do enjoy this. True crossover. Sorry. Not a crossover guy, and I don't want to get into it. Not interested. Unhappy ending. Also, going by the bottom. Again, the bottom besides the two things that are literally just fucking rape. So they're obviously the worst. But I said I hate bad endings. You know, it like why the fuck you do it? I think if it's like a like part like if it's like a season finale or like, say for like a trilogy, you know, you have like a bad I guess in like a movie saga in general, whatever, you know, you have like a bad ending, you know, but then I see like the overarching thing is that the heroes win in the end, like if I like the final beat of the story, like the last events, the heroes manage to win. You know, I think the final note, like of the whole like story, you know, needs to be a good one. It can be bad, a bad ending, if it's just leading to an eventual hero win in like a sequel or whatever. Um, like I think that's how it works. For example, like you've got like Revenge of the Sith, obviously outside of like the Empire and stuff. Nothing you need to do, like the threat and like the original trilogy, and then like obviously the heroes winning that. Like that works. That's great. Another thing I guess isn't kind of counts as Deadly Alliance from Mortal Kombat. Because Deadly Alliance win. I mean, I guess it's Deception that does establish that Deadly Alliance win. You know, officially. But then by the end of Deception, you know, Shinko beats Naga. So then Naga shows up after Deadly Alliance, and then he's basically returned and he's gonna fuck up the realms. But then he stopped, and then yeah, that's pretty boggers. Then a bad example of a bad ending is you know, and this is what I'm going to mainly see it as, is like if the bad ending of the overall thing is like the overall thing ends with a bad ending. You know what I mean? So then you got the MK9 retcon of Armageddon where Shao Kahn wins. Like, what the fuck? Why? That doesn't make sense. That's really dumb. That's really edgelord shit. Like, and it's just depressing and it's dumb. I fucking hate it. So yeah, like at the true end, if it's like an unhappy ending, fuck off. You know, like no. I mean, I know that unhappy not bad or sad, you know, but whatever. I think it's meaning the same thing. I mean, why I love it. That is like any relationship that like only one person cares, right? And that's usually very iffy. So you know where this is gonna go. I mean, it's like not like inherently terrible, I guess. So I guess I'll just put it at the very bottom and not for me, I guess, because I feel there's something that can come from it, you know. But you only need to handle this with care. You're treading on eggshells if you're doing this for a storyline. Next we got Ust, and you got the smoke emoji. I think this would be Lust, but we gotta have a Google, aren't we? God, I've got a Google search. People will obviously attract to each other, but some element of the story is keeping them apart. No, that's just annoying. That's just annoying. That isn't build to anything. Like, that's just constantly shutting them down, and that becomes very annoying if you keep doing it. Not for me. Again, it's kind of a secret relationship thing. Well, different in their own way, but yeah. Wedding fic. You know, characters can give it and then they have like their wedding, you know, and that's like a great payoff to a ship. And that's very lovely, and you can also get the like characters, or characters and whatnot. Yeah, I invest one. Well, the only thing that you're bad is if it's a bad wedding, you know, some shit happens. Which even then that can still work, but usually it's just for some like edgelord shit, you know. For example, like Sleeping Dogs, like Winston's wedding, like that's so fucking dope. And like obviously that's like a really fucking sad bit, but it worked there, you know. Could actually set up for something, and it fit in that universe. But yeah, I think from like a wholesome perspective, mainly still of a wedding fic, you know. And yeah, weddings are lovely. I'm all for it. Put it up there. And then finally, Wooby fixation. Very odd thing to end it on. I'm kind of scared Googling this. The act of process of turning a character into a Wooby. What the fuck is a Wooby? That doesn't answer my question, Google. God. You're probably gonna fucking know just a name. Any objectivity of anger goes somehow. As you simply. Your coming out. What? So you're saying a character turned into a blanket, or are you saying basically terms like a fucking goober? You know, like. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I'm not fucking ranking that. Fuck that. You're gonna end it there at 1 minute 25. What, 1 hour 25 minutes? Fucking hell. If it was 1 minute, then I wouldn't be sweating right now because it's very warm. Where the hell? I can remember to. I'll put the link to this in the description. Yeah, I'll cover all this. You know, let me know your thoughts on this. You know, I feel like I've done a good job here. I don't think everything's in proper order. But yeah, that was the list of fanfic writing tropes tier list. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.